Welcome to Maker's Journey Workshop. I'm Benjamin Davies, and today we're making corkscrews. All right, starting stock size. Today, 1/4 inch by 43 inches. And the good thing about this is if you've been watching any of our videos is you can forge your handle on this side, which is what we're starting with first. And then just revolutionary idea I've came up with. I invented it myself. I've actually trademarked this idea. Please don't steal it. You flip it over, that's right. And you stick the other end in the forge, and you don't need to have tongs or grab it with vice grips or whatever that you may have at your disposal. Just an idea. All right, so I'm pretty excited about showing you this next part because what you just watched there was me failing over and over and over again until I get it right in this next part. And what worked better for me were our scrolling tongs. So just because it doesn't work one way doesn't mean you can't achieve the outcome that you're pursuing. I encourage you to fail a lot and learn from it. Try it 2 or 3 times one way, try to figure out what you're doing wrong, what you're having trouble with. And my biggest trouble was this first loop, really easy to do. There's nothing to compare it to. Getting the second one to line up and look symmetrical and like a mirror image, very difficult for me. Not done it in a while. I actually made some handles like this last summer. I'll post at the end and I'll show you a picture of, but it didn't work out for me. So here's what worked for me in the next part. Check it out. All right, so now to detach our handle, this is really easy. And if you're, in 1200, AD, you can go to the anvil and you can use your chisel and cut it off like right here. Yeah, just like that. Or, if you're in 2024 and you have access to, I don't know, newer age cutoff tools, you can cut it off like right here. Yeah, that's pretty quick and easy. Yeah, just an idea. So let's talk about that bend in the vise. We do that 90-degree bend, and then we chuck it up in the vise again just to get the rotation started. If you don't have a way to isolate this back piece of material and you're trying to hammer it over, you're just going to twist this part around. It's really hard. But if you can chuck it up in the vise and then bend it over like we're doing right here. That gets it started for you, and it's going to make life easy, especially if you don't have a torch, okay? So try that. All right, so right here, So we're just using hot rolled mild steel. I think it's like 1018. And it doesn't have a whole lot of carbon in it, but it does have some carbon. And so that little bit of hardness, sometimes even when it's with mild steels that I've used before, it does help. I don't think that it really matters. Don't think it's gonna make a big difference in popping bottles, you know, but it helps. Try it, works for me. All right, so for this next part, if you've been following along our videos, I think it's video 3 or 4, we made these little scrolling tongs. We get to use these, and this is what I had better luck with anyways. This is what I'm more used to, and using this smaller stuff, they're very friendly. And this part, this is again something my uncle showed me. I love it, it's really cool. The biggest thing is you wanna make sure you have no straight lines. No straight lines, okay? Got it? Cool, let's go. I'm gonna show you a tip and a technique to use oxyacetylene torches. What I advise is be careful putting your heat on the very thinnest part and focus on the thicker part. You're only gonna need about 2 to 3 inches to make this little tip right here. So for some reason today, that was a lot more difficult for me to do with a torch, and I actually genuinely enjoy doing it more with the chisel and tightening this thing up at the edge of the anvil with a hammer. Try them both. If you've got a torch, obviously try them both. One thing I did like better about the torch is I think your hands always make the best set of tongs, is I could heat this end up with the torch while I was hammering on it, and I didn't have to go back and forth to the quench tank. I get about 2 or 3 heats before I had to go quench that guy off, and it was too hot to hold. I like, especially because that's such an odd piece, you're not going to get a good grip on it anywhere with a set of tongs. And if you do grip it with some vice grips, it's going to leave some teeth marks. You might be able to get them out, so just maybe be particular about where you grab it at. You can make some specialized tongs, but if you're starting out, maybe you're not great at tong making yet. We'll do some more tong making videos, don't worry. All right, so pretty cool, right? I mean, fun little doodad. But if it doesn't work, does it really matter? Let's test it on our Maker's Journey brew right here. Just twisty, 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 going in good, going in good. See if we can get it all the way in. Oh, slow-mo. Slow-mo. Oh, I just pushed it down a little bit. All right, let's see if we can pull it out. You ready? Ah, I mean, so cool. Let's see if we can pop. Smells nice. I love the smell. Smells cool. All right, let's see. Ooh, how sexy would that be if you just, oh, stay. Sweet. Thank you so much for watching today's show. If you wouldn't mind, please smash that subscribe button. Hey, thank y'all so much for following along. I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, smash that subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. Get out there this weekend in your spare time, this evening, whenever, and try some of these guys out. And like I said earlier in the video, don't be afraid to fail. The quicker you can make failures and make mistakes, the quicker you'll get to where you want to be. Truly. One of the hardest things I had to learn, because just get started, make some mistakes. And the great thing about this is you're making mistakes on a small scale quickly, so you can learn that much quicker. I need to talk to my hairstylist. She left some gray in there. Ding dong. Go fail a lot, okay? Mess up a lot. That's how you learn. Makeup, where you at? Got some gray there. 1/4 inch round. Bloopers. Put them up, put them up, put them up. I got too much junk in the trunk apparently. But donk and donk donk. Say, Bob, that kind of works there. I just knocked over my glass again. Sugar. No, it's not sugar. It's kind of reintroduced. Deep. AOL 1999. Anybody? No? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. All right. Nice bright lights. Big city. That's how it ought to be. Going to stick with blacksmithing. All right. So pretty cool, right? Self-defense. Heck yeah. Angry wife. Let's hide that. Yep. Anyways, thank y'all so much for being here. Smash that subscribe button. Here's a sample of that handle I made I was telling you about. So that's what I was going for. That's what I was basing this off. I love the way that this feels. So, but when I made these, I think I made like a dozen of them last summer for somebody. And we made a jig. Jigs are awesome if you're going to do a lot of this kind of work. And they need to be exact. Make a jig. Makes your life a lot easier. And you're able to deliver a better quality in volume to your client. So make a jig.